what's up? So today is Sunday and I have about, my phone's there, about an hour before I gotta start to get ready for work. And then, yeah, then I go to work. But now I'm gonna do some like drawing in my leuchtturm. I don't know how to pronounce it because it's German and I should probably learn. I'm just gonna doodle, probably use my, if you can hear my animals in the background, it's their time for zoomies. Probably gonna use my Pilot Bravo. Why does this never focus anymore? Why do I have to? That's annoying. Anyways, so this, probably some Copic markers, some Tombos. And I thought that this is my favorite color, Tombow, and I thought that it was running out of ink, but when I put it a certain way for like a day or so, it gets, obviously, because gravity and negative 9.82 meters per second squared, that's gravity for you, just so you know. That's what I learned in physics. That's the only thing I learned in physics. No, I'm just kidding. Prismacolor pencils. I actually liked physics. Miss Eaton, if you see this, I know I did really bad the first year, but I did really good the second year, so. But yeah, so some Prismacolors. Yeah, that's it. I'm just kidding, no. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing. I only have so much time before I gotta get going, so. Catch you in the world, the art making land.
Ho ho ho! Hey weirdos! Glad you made it back for another video of me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified for future uploads, which if all goes well will be Wednesdays. Okay? So in today's video, voiceover chatty talk, listen to my noises, I thought I'd talk about like self-care and looking out for number one. So for me, that would be me. For you, that would be you. Cool. care. So, what is it? Well, it can mean a lot of different things. It can mean a plethora of things, an array of things, a cornucopia of things. Okay? And everyone's going to look different. Everyone's self-care routine or system will look different. But here's a broad definition. It's anything you do to care for yourself to maintain a physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Ooh, who came up with that? Me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But through a bit of researchy search, not much of it. I don't know who came up with this, and I'm not gonna look it up because you guys can look it up. Because guess what? Most of us all have phones in our pockets that are computers, scanners, cameras, and blah 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 phone. Yeah, you look it up. So there's the 7 pillars of self-care. 1 being mental, 2 being emotional, 3 physical, 4 environmental, 5 spiritual, 6 recreational, 7 social. 7 pillars. So very good. So very good. So pillar 1, mental. What does that mean? It means you're creating a healthy, positive, high-frequency mindset. And this may look different for each person, we know. And for me, this would include meditating, reading, going for a walk, little dippies in the ocean, journaling, making a gratitude list, putting my phone down, etc. Whatever, what have you. And I'll be the first to say this is much easier said than done. I know I have days where I'm extra hard on myself, or I'm constantly thinking like negative thoughts like I suck, your art sucks, you're never going anywhere, or I'm writing stories in my head that just like aren't true. The best example, my dad goes to the bathroom and I think someone's murdered him because he's taking a minute too long. So when I get into the negative vibration, that's where the self-care comes in. So taking a step back, being kind to yourself, and what helps me, and I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it, but treating your thoughts like a river, so letting each thought flow down the river, and not looking for thoughts to ruminate in, but when they arise, acknowledge that thought, and then let it flow down the river. So like me, oh my god, my head's just full of constant stuff just spinning around, and it's like sometimes I just need to be like, whoa, hey, stop looking for thoughts. First of all, don't look for them, but when they do show up, just acknowledge it, be like, hey thought, I see you, now goodbye, hello and goodbye. So yeah, and I'm constantly reminding myself I'm not my thoughts. I'm not what I'm thinking, especially the bad stuff. I'm thinking, heck yeah, man, I'm super cool. I'm doing really good today. I'm proud of myself. That's where it's at. That's what you want. You don't want the you suck going on, right? Unless you like that, then I'm go for it. Sure, be in a negative, toxic little bubble you got yourself in. But we're all humans going through our own ups and downs, so just be kind to yourself, show yourself some patience. And I've personally been working on being more patient and loving and kind myself, because like I've said before, I'm my number one putter downer, okay? I don't have anybody in my life going, well, your art could be a little better, or I think maybe if you were to do this with your time, you'd be able to manage your life more. No one's doing that to me. It's just me. So yeah, I've been working on that. And also, if you think about it, you're stuck with yourself forever. You might as well be your own best friend, right? So like, instead of being mean, you'd be like, you know what? Hey, you're doing really good today, especially from yesterday, for example. Like, I'm proud of me. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you need to be saying, especially, we have family, we have friends, we have all that. And I'd like to say they'll love you unconditionally, and for the most part, they will. But there are those certain instances, like families. They say goodbye to, you can say goodbye to a family member if they're toxic and they aren't doing good for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know where I was going with. Oh yeah, yeah. You're stuck with you. You might as well like you, right? So you should probably like work on it. Yeah, yeah. Just work on it. And I always say to people, if you don't like hanging out with yourself, you gotta work on that because that's really bad. And like me personally, I love being alone. Like I think I'm super funny and I could spend hours entertaining myself. And like there are certain days where yeah, it's like I do want someone to be with me or like hang out with me because maybe I'm having an off day and I don't want to be alone. But for the most part, I'm good with hanging out with Lucy. It's Lucy time with me, and I'm good with that. Like I make myself laugh all the time. And, my boyfriend will look at me like, what the hell? Why are you laughing? And it's like, I don't care if you don't think it's funny. As long as I think it's funny, that's all that matters to me in the end. So, yay me. Okay, pillar 2, emotional emotions. So, what does that mean? Healthy strategies to cope when in times of stress or other obstacles. So this could include, watching your favorite TV show or movie, writing or saying positive affirmations to yourself, setting boundaries, or even talking to someone, i.e., family, friend, therapist, etc., etc., etc. But personally, so this one's hard for me, especially setting up boundaries. I always feel like I'm being mean or I'm hurting someone's feelings or like I don't want to deal with that like awkwardness right after. Awkwardness with air quotes because it's like I think it's awkward me putting my foot down and saying and then them being like, quiet or something after because they're like, ooh, they just, and to me it's like you need to get over that. Like that's you looking out for you. You need to like that's on them. If they're gonna take it badly, that's on them. And I need to remind myself that, and I'm going to therapy, and my therapist, she's awesome. We talked about that this last time. It's like, if someone's going to take it wrong, that's on them. That's not on you. You're looking out for you. So, like, and like luckily we're in 2023, so like mental health is like more widespread and talked about, so no one should feel embarrassed or uneasy when it comes to like asking for help or like just admitting like you might not be okay, like even if it's just that day. And I'll tell you, I'm currently struggling with putting up boundaries. Like there's someone in my life currently that's making certain days very uncomfortable for me, and they'll say comments like under their breath to me that are just rude, or like the rude comments or snarky and snide remarks they make to me. And my biggest issue is the awkwardness after putting up a boundary. So, but like I plan on talking to someone soon to get that under control because it's like it's really affecting me, this person, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. And I said something to them this last time, and I could see that they were like, ooh, they were put back by it. Cause like, it takes a lot for me to finally say something to somebody. Like I'm not an angry person. Like it takes a lot for me to get angry. And this person made me angry, and they got a little glimpse of the bear. Okay. The grizzly bear. And that's fine. I try not to do, so I'm going to be working on that this week personally. So like setting up boundaries is very hard, but we need to do it because you got to look out for number uno, which is one in French. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, cool cats. Peace to you. The earth says hello. Hi, welcome back to the show. It's me, your host, Mittens. Just kidding. But so today is Tuesday. Feeling much better today. Yesterday I was not feeling art at all. Like, I don't know. I had worked and it was really busy because it was spring break. So I just like, I find that I'm an introvert and I need time alone. And yesterday was that time I got to take a nap, got to draw, got to watch TV in the middle of the day, which I never let myself do. I never let myself do that. It's like, I'm so weird. Like I have to be doing something or else like I feel like I'm a piece of doo-doo garbage. But so yesterday I allowed myself to chill and I drew some ugly stuff. You might not think it's ugly. I think it's ugly, but you know what? It was fun. I did it, had a good time. That's all that matters, right? Right. Okay, so today I'm thinking of doing maybe, I don't know. I'll tell you. So I used to do canvas paintings a lot. Like this back wall behind me is head to toe, ceiling to floor paintings. And for a while I was like, I think I'm done with this. And I went and I switched over to notebooks. This is probably like my 6th one. So now I'm starting to get back into wanting to do some bigger pieces. So I have that itch to do a bigger one. The only problem is when I set up my easel, the cats are like, and then I'm like drawing on the board or painting on the canvas, and sometimes it'll like shake the easel, and the cat's like, ooh, what's happening? And I'm like, get away. And so yeah, so that's my only dilemma. Help me. But yeah, so I think for now I might do some cute, like maybe a landscape. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. I probably just shouldn't show you guys stuff on my iPad anymore. But look how cute this bear is. I might do a bear, and I might because my boyfriend calls me bear, because apparently when I get angry, it's really scary, like a grizzly bear. And it takes a lot for me to get angry at somebody. Like, I'm not just gonna go and get mad at someone for no reason or for a very not, you know, a not good reason to get mad at someone. But when I get pushed to that point, and my friends have told me, my parents have told me, my friends have told me, my boyfriend's told me, when I get mad, it's really scary because I'm usually really nice because I'm a nice person. But then when I get angry, yeah, I'm like a grizzly bear apparently. So might do a cute bear. Who knows? Okay, yeah, this is a long enough intro. See you soon in a few seconds.
Alrighty, pillar 3, physical. So what does that mean? Taking care of your body's needs in a healthy manner. And I don't need to talk about this one too much because there's a million health, the wellness, physical workout videos out there. So, we know it's, good exercise, good nutrition, rest, proper water intake. Yeah. Also, I said I wasn't going to talk much about this, and I didn't write any of this part down of what I'm going to say. Water is so important, you guys. No one, I swear, no one drinks the proper amount of water except me. I swear to God. There are days I don't drink enough water, but I Also, there are many what's it called? Like science experiments. And so water, when you say, like, for example, let's say I say the word love to water, and I give it, the water, the intention of love, and you, let's say, were to take some of that water, put it on a petri dish, let it dry, and look at it under a microscope, it has a certain fragmental geometric pattern. And so, and it's different with every word or thought. And so, like, for example, tears, when we cry, there are certain tears that aren't, like, if we're in pain or something, let's say I get hurt, tears are a natural pain relief in our body. And so, but there's different types of tears. So there's onion tears, there's, crying, emotional tears. And if you were to take each one of those types of tears, let it dry, put it under the microscope, there would be a different pattern for each. And when it's a negative thing, so, like, let's say I were to say the word hate to water, the pattern that would show up is very not geometric. It's not a pretty looking pattern. And so that just shows that you can put intentions into water, and that in turn goes into yourself. So because we're made up of so much water, if you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, that water is negatively turning inside you, and you're just going to be more and more negative. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to talk much about physical, and look, here I am. But so yeah, so very important. Even if you just walk for a few minutes a day, our body needs sun and stuff like that too. So that's really, really important. Okay, so pillar 4, environmental. So what does that look like? So environmental self-care is just as important. You want to be in a space that's conducive to you and your lifestyle. So this can include, reorganizing, making your space more beautiful, going for a walk, decluttering, visiting new places, etc. So for me, this includes walking and hiking. I've recently discovered I love hiking. Like, I liked hiking and whatnot, but, like, until recently, I didn't realize how much I really enjoyed it and loved being out, hiking somewhere new, especially in the forest. I've lived in San Diego my whole life, and I'm very fortunate, and I love it, but I'm so sick of this coastal desert, you guys. It is just dry and not green, and I am ready for some green lush. But so yeah, I personally don't like being in crowded places, so public places, so I opt to be more alone in nature. And I'm kind of a homebody too. I mean, I really am, which is, I'm trying to work on getting more out there. But that also comes with the fact that I've lived here most of my life, and I've seen everything there needs to be seen around here, so I'm really bored with my environment. And that sounds like I'm complaining, and no, I'm super lucky to have been born here where I am, and I really appreciate all the time I've spent here. But I'm just ready for a new environment. And that's fine. So, like, when it comes to my home too, and my boyfriend and I, we're constantly rearranging and reorganizing and moving stuff all around to find, the perfect feng shui, And unfortunately, I have 2 roommates with the complete opposite style and cleaning choices. So me and my boyfriend are really trying to save up to move out of here into our own place. And I've had my own place before, like with an ex, and oh, it was great. It was so great. And then I moved in with my ex with some roommates, and that was awful. And yeah, they were not. I mean, that's a whole different story. I could probably do a story time sometime in the future, but it's quite uncomfortable and weird and almost unnerving and scary. But yeah, so enough about that. Also, a quick mention too, if you have a bad work environment and you've done all the things, talk to coworkers, your boss, etc., and it's still not working for you, just say goodbye. The money's not worth you being in a negative or toxic environment. I mean, it really isn't. You'd rather be happy, right? I mean, what's the point of making a whole bunch of money but being really unhappy when you're there? And that, I mean, like, there's just no point. Life's too short to be upset. And you know what? It's like, we're gonna have to work anyways. You might as well work at a place you like. right? I mean, it's your life. You do whatever you want. If you want to be in a horrible place, by all means, you do what you want. But that's just me. And I've had it too. Like, I was working at this one place, and it was my dream job. I thought it was. Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, I'm gonna be a florist. And then I did it for a month or two, and I was like, this is not what I wanted. This is really weird. First of all, it's really weird, this interaction I'm having with my boss, and it was just uncomfortable, and it was just weird. I can't, there's no other word to describe it, weird. So I said goodbye, and I'm super stoked that I did, because you know what? I'm happier now at the job I'm at. Very happy. And I actually work with my mama too, so working with my mom's the best. She's like my best friend. But yeah, so like I'm the first to admit, if you don't like the job, I'll be out. So yeah, that's just me personally. I have put my happiness at the top. But so next pillar is number 5, spiritual. So anything that provides you spiritual self-care, so practicing meditating, going to church, spending time in nature, etc. Whatever your spiritualness comes from the church, from yourself, from books, whatever, it's you do your own spiritual journey. For me, it's spending time in nature, meditating, swimming in the ocean. I'll tell you, when I dip into the ocean, my whole body is cleansed. It's like nature just cleansed me, and I feel so good. It's like, even when it's freezing, if I dip in and come out, I'm like proud of myself. I'm like, girl, you just went into some freezing cold water. And I know it's not that freezing if it's like 50 degrees. I know there's people in like Iceland, Svalbard that are negative, whatever. They're in like ice water. But so anyways, I love doing that. That's my spiritual go-to if I need a cleanse. So pillar 6, recreational. So doing things that make you happy. So like hobbies, sports, games, video war board games, or, hide and seek. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Or just relaxing, watching TV. So like we live in a society that promotes nonstop productivity, but people aren't meant to be go, go, go 24/7. That's just really unhealthy, and you'll discover burnout real fast. But it's really important to set time aside to have fun and be with friends, or just alone, or just relaxing. And personally, I'm trying to work on not beating myself up if I'm not being, air quotes, productive. And I did accomplish that on Monday. I actually allowed myself to watch TV in the middle of the day. I never do that. I never allow that to happen. And I had a great time doing it, because that day I was going to force myself to do all the things, but my mind and body just wanted to relax. So I listened, and I had a really great chill day because I listened and being intuitive and listening to what my mind and body needed. And that's when you have a good day, is when you're listening to your inner higher self. Because your inner higher self knows all. It knows what you need. You just got to listen to it. You just got to be open to listening to it. And that's hard too. And I need water real fast. Everyone stay hydrated. Let's all take a water break real quick. Did you hear that? Yeah, that was me drinking water. I encourage you to do the same. And don't you dare go grab a thing of pop or soda. I do not approve of that, okay? I approve of it if, you're really, really craving it, or, you haven't had one in a long time. Like me last night, I hadn't had a Sprite in a long time. And you know why I picked Sprite? It's because there's no dyes and there's no caffeine in it, and was the most healthy of the drinks. Okay? And I'm not saying y'all gotta be healthy 24/7, but I swear to God, if you're just drinking Coke all day, oh my God, no, do not do that. I do not promote that. I promote you putting water in your mouth hole, okay? So get some water in your mouth hole right now. Okay, so last pillar before I get even weirder is social. So making healthy relationships with others. And being human, we all need social interaction. Some of us more than others. I'll say me, I don't need that much of it. I really don't. I'm really good. Although there are some days where you need to talk to some people. You need to get out there, listen to some words that didn't come from you. Okay? So this can include spending time with your friends, your family, your loved ones, or even being a part of an online community or Discord, whatever. Just some social interaction. And this one's self-explanatory as well, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But creating healthy relationships is really important for everyone. No one should be alone 100% of the time. You might go mad. You might. I don't know. There's some people that, like the monks, you know what? They're all in a group, though, so maybe that wasn't quite right, that I just said like the monks. I wish I was like a monk. I wish I could meditate all day and be fine. Anyway, so yeah, those, that was it about the self-care by me in a nutshell. And again, everyone is different, so their self-care is going to be different. And in the end, we all got to look out for number one while being kind and loving to yourself and others. And that will conclude the end of my talking into your ear. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified for future uploads. Again, if all goes well, that would be Wednesday. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Okay, bye. cool cats. You've made it through the video. Good job. Good job. So, I'm in my room editing. Just had to film this last little bit. Also, look at this. I made it. It's a little bouquet that I made out of flowers I grew. So anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified. If all goes well, that would be Wednesdays, I hope. Okay, have a good one. Peace among worlds. I'm not gonna flip you off like in Rick and Morty because my grandma watches and I don't want to do that. Love you guys.